What's up guys, my name is Ijuke and welcome to Let's Play number 5 on this channel, Let's Play Bloodborne. This is one of my favorite games that I've ever played. As you can see, if I go to load game, I have a bunch of save files. The reasoning is I used to speedrun this game. I am a retired Bloodborne speedrunner. I used to speedrun the category of any percent glitchless and any percent current patch, mostly any percent glitchless though. And I decided to play this game because I really wanted to play this game casually. I haven't played this game casually in years due to, speedrunning it. So I just thought it would be fun to try to get in and play the game casually for the first time in a while and see how well I could do and whether I embarrass myself or not and die a bunch. So without further ado, I think we can just hit new game and we can get into more of the details as we kind of go in through the game. So let's go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood administration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
All right, so first things first, we got to do our contract. So just so you guys are aware, the beginning of this game, I am actually going to probably speed run part of the beginning of the game, basically just to you guys will kind of see. I want to say, like, just because I want to survive the beginning of the game. But we're going to name ourselves Juke. Obviously, we'll go to our appearance. We are going to load a favorite. I have all these from when I used to speedrun. It was like a kind of a channel, like you use channel points on Twitch to decide what color my hair would be for the playthrough and stuff like that. We're going to go with purple hair, purple eyes, this one. It was between that and the pink one, but I kind of like the purple eyes a little bit better, so we'll go ahead with that. And origins, we got milquetoast, ordinary, happy upbringing, all attributes average, lone survivor of a lost hamlet, high essence and vigor, troubled childhood, suffered misfortune in youth, highly resilient as a result, violent path, terribly violent past, rash but stronger for it, professional born specialist, fit for sleuthing or academia, military veteran, experienced in war, soldier with strength and skill, noble scion, a scion to a respectable line with faith in your pedigree. Cruel fate, faced terrible hardships, but now confident in your purpose. And waste of skin, you are nothing, talentless, and shouldn't have been born. We're gonna go military veteran. It is the one that I'm most used to with speedrunning and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I thought without further ado, let's finish our contract and finalize it, and let's continue the game.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
found yourself a hunter.
You found yourself a hunter. Yosefka's clinic. We are awakening, and this is normally where we would start sprinting right over there to the corner and to the door, but we're not going to do that. Let's check out this door first. Like I said, it's kind of nice to just play through it. Does not open from this side, so we can't open that door. Got a bunch of rusty bolts and stuff over here. Some syringes, maybe some saws, some crazy shit down here in this clinic. A bunch of books. To knock over the books. I like that. It's one of my favorite things to do in this game. But we do have this piece of paper. Inspect. Handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Okay. That's kind of our only clue as to what we need to be doing. And here we go. Early on, we get these stupid emotes. I do not understand the how to trigger them, and I hate it. It can happen in the speedrun, too, when you're trying to, you know, do some things like talk to somebody or whatnot. And it can cost you time. And it's not fun, but you can see these notes. You got these little white guys that were crawling all over us. You can look at them for notes. R1 to attack. And if you have the online thing, we'll get into that in a little bit later. Excuse me, if you're playing online, you can also use that to see notes from like real people. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But we're not doing that, so. And here's our first enemy. I was saying we were going to speedrun it, but I also don't want to risk dying that way. So I think we're just going to try to see if I can... get this guy. He actually gave me the attack I wanted a bunch so far. There we go. We get the visceral, and that's how you can kill this guy right off the bat. It's best so that we'll get into the tutorial for that later. There's not much of a tutorial, but it tells you how to do it. We get some blood vials. But basically, if you hit a charged R2 behind people, you can backstab them to a visceral attack. Like I said, we'll get into all of that in a little bit. Get some more blood vials. We're now up to 5. Hell yeah, let's go. You get this note here, tell you how to use blood vials, restore HP, use this blood vial. And we'll read about blood vials again in a little bit too. We are going to try to commonly, like I do with all my Let's Plays, try to read and explore as much as possible. The only thing I can commit to 100% is we are going to try to get all of the bosses. I can't say 100% this is going to be a playthrough because there might be stuff I miss. Get some quicksilver bullets. Again, we'll go into that in a little bit. I would like to try to get 100% of everything, and I'm going to do my best to get as close as possible, but I can't commit to getting 100% because there might be items that I miss. So we're going to get as close as possible, but the thing I am going to 100% commit to is trying to get all the bosses, so, and that includes the DLC. So, alright, we're now in Central Yharnam. Come down here. Get some more blood vials. We are now pretty stocked up on some blood vials. The atmosphere of this game is fantastic. The carriages are just all strewn about. Dead horses. It's crazy. Alright, bro. There we go. Get this guy into the corner. This isn't how I would like to fight him. I'd love to... Oh. Fuck you. I'd love to visceral this guy too. But... I missed. There we go. Only reason we're killing this guy is he's going to be in our way. We want to talk to somebody that is in this area, and he will chase us when we get up this ladder over here. So we need to come over here, get this wonderful device, pull it, and while we wait, we can get this, get 2 more blood vials. We're up to 11. But yeah, he would chase us up this ladder, and I don't want that, so we had to kill him. Got something screaming at us. So let's get up the ladder, and first thing we're gonna do is light this lamp. The lamps are very similar to bonfires in Bloodborne, or in Dark Souls. This lamp now transports you back to the Hunter's Dream. Upon death, you will awaken at this lamp. So there we go. But you can hear a guy coughing, and we want to talk to this guy, and that's why I know we can talk to him later, but I wanted to talk to him as soon as possible, so that's why I didn't want that guy following us up here. So let's go ahead and talk to him.
Oh, you must be a hunter, and not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Alright, whatever can be gained from this place will do more harm than good. He is coughing. He says this place is cursed. Yeah, says he's an outsider, says they have a fine way of treating outsiders. I guess they gave us some blood ministration here and fucking got us almost attacked by a fucking beast that got somehow on fire. Yeah, so I guess it's not the greatest for outsiders, huh? Let's talk to him again.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
Alright, Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. The Healing Church, I think he said east of Yharnam, and the Grand Cathedral Ward is where we need to head to maybe learn about some pale blood. Let's talk to him one more time, see what he has to say.
Across the valley to the east of Yharnam, you'll find the Cathedral Ward. Deep within lies the old main cathedral, said to be the source of blood. I haven't heard of pale blood, but that's your best bet if it's anything to do with unique types of blood.
Alright, it's our best bet if there's anything to do with unique types of blood. So we are going to return to the Hunter's Dream. If you had died to that wolf or anyway prior to this lamp, you would go to the Hunter's Dream regardless. But we just get to get here a more fun way without dying. So here we go, the Hunter's Dream. So first two things that point out or stick out to you, I guess three things. There's a little basin over there, there's someone laying right there, and there's these gravestones. Fun fact, the first time I ever played this game, I spent an hour running around here, didn't realize I could interact with this gravestone, because apparently I'm just an idiot and didn't pay any attention to anything that was going on. You can use this to awaken at a select location in Yharnam. Basically, that's how you fast travel back to where you were. Then we have this over here, inspect. An abandoned doll. Alright, can't do anything with that yet. So we can go over here by this light. Bath messenger, trading blood echoes with messengers to buy and sell items. So we have some blood echoes, but this is where we're going to go over some of the items real quick. Blood vials, special blood used in administration. Restores HP once a patient has had their blood ministered. A unique but common treatment in Yharnam. Successive infusions recall the first and are all the more invigorating for it. No surprise that most Yharnamites are heavy users of blood. Yeah, sounds like a drug. Quicksilver bullets, special bullets used with hunter firearms. Ordinary bullets have no effect on beasts, and so quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood must be employed. The strength of quicksilver bullets depends greatly upon the wielder's blood tinge. So we go, it's kind of stat you can see in the bottom right. We don't have much. Molotov cocktail explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object. One of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck old Yharnam, fire has become a staple in beast hunts. It is said to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. We have pebbles. Small pebbles found throughout Yharnam can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. So, yeah. Alright, then you have the Yharnam cap. Hunter garb, hunter gloves, and hunter trousers. They all say the same thing. So Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yharnamites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits and has excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. So that's all we have for now. We'll get to chalices, carol runes, blood gems, all that stuff, weapons, in due time. So speaking of chalices, you have these over here. You have these graves you can makeshift altar. A short ritual root chalice is required to conduct a ritual. And a holy chalice is required to conduct a ritual. We will probably not be doing any of the chalice dungeon stuff. I just am not really super interested in it. You have this area back here, kind of like a garden-esque area, I guess you could call it. Sometimes people will be back here, but there's nothing for us back here yet, except for this stump messenger. The stump appears to be linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. So, can't do anything with it yet, but keep it in mind. So now we can go run back over here. This is where we got the little fountain, or whatever you'd call that, little basin with the guy in it there. First, or last thing we're going to do before we actually advance on what we're supposed to do, you got back here, you have more notes. This is all the tutorial stuff. After taking damage from an enemy, there's a period of time which attacking the enemy will restore a certain amount of HP. It's called a rally. It's how you can get your health back. If you get hit, you can hit them back and get your health back. R1 next to a staggered enemy, visceral attack. So the stagger that we did earlier, that was a visceral. Shooting your firearm will interrupt and stagger an enemy when properly timed to their attack. So again, you can kind of parry it and get viscerals. Hitting an enemy from behind with a charge attack causes them to stagger. So again, the viscerals that we were doing on the two enemies we killed so far. Strong attack and hold for a charge attack. Transform weapon and transforming attack. We'll get into those a little bit later too. And we can go back here. Closed. Can't get through there yet. Alrighty. A couple more tutorial things up here. Use or press up. Emergency quicksilver bullet replenishment. Use with caution. Performing this drains HP. So yeah, you can trade HP for more bullets. You can switch your weapons that you have equipped. You can equip up to 2. As you can see here, you can have arms. You can equip 2 on your right and 2 on your left. So you have here toggle items and use items. So yeah, right next to our blood vials and quicksilver bullets, you can push down to toggle the items. We don't have anything equipped yet, so we won't. And then shows us how to run. So that is all the brief tutorials you're looking for. So now it is time to come over here and we get a gift from the messengers. The messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. So these are your first 3 weapons you can choose from. You get the saw cleaver. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. Then we have the hunter axe, one of the trick weapons of the workshop commonly used on the hunt. Retains the qualities of an axe, but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boasts a heavy, blunt attack, leading to high rally potential. No matter their past, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play a part of executioner. Excuse me, and the last thing we have is a threaded cane. One of the trick weapons of the workshop commonly used by hunters on their duties. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid-bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beast with the whip is partly an act of ceremony and attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. So you can see they have different stats. 90 damage, 98 damage at 78, so Hunter Axe does the most right off the bat. It scales, as you can see, the bottom little middle there, D and E. D with strength, E with skill. This is the highest scaling weapon of the first few. E with strength, C with skill. And then the most well-rounded, I think, even though it's still D and E, you can see the attribute requirement is less for this. Excuse me, the saw cleaver. So I think this is the more balanced. This is more strength. This is more skill. And like I said, this is more of a balanced one. D and E. The saw cleaver. That is what we are going to use. It is the staple of this game, in my opinion. So we get another gift from the messengers. The messenger offers you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are wielded with the left hand and employed in beast hunting. So we have the hunter pistol. Pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are especially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks, so easier to parry. Then you get the hunter blunderbuss, a blunderbuss created at the workshop for the hunter's line of work. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts, same as the other one. The impact of this highly effective weapon counters beast's swift movements, as its wide spread is nigh on guaranteed to hit the mark. So it has a little bit of a spread, does less damage. So this one does 70, this one does 20, but this one has more durability. This one's quicker for parrying. We're going to use the hunter pistol. And then, like I was talking about earlier, another gift from the messengers, a notebook received from the messengers. Leave messages with these loyal servants to share them with hunters in other worlds. That is the notebook. We can go and look at the notebook. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers, read the notes left to messengers in other worlds, and rate notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. Note, online use only, cannot use this item offline. So basically those little notes that we've been seeing for the tutorials, other hunters, so other game people can leave notes for you and you can read them. A lot of them are used to trick you, so I'm not a huge fan of it, but anyways. Hunter's mark, dangling upside down rune ratchet in one's mind. Symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thought on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes but awakens afresh as if it were just a bad dream. So you can see sacrifice all blood echoes and awaken anew. So basically go to the last lamp or whatever you were at. And then the last things we're going to read out is our inventory that we have right now. The armor we have. The black hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight, travel by cover of darkness without memory. Who will ever know? Clothing worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Not typical clothing for Yharnam. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said after all the traveler came to Yharnam from afar. Without memory, who will ever know? Bandage worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood administration involving the transfusion of unknown blood. Not long after the nightmare began. And then foreign trousers. Trousers worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Not typical clothing for Yharnam. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yharnam from afar. Without memory, who will ever know? So there we go. That's what we have. That's all the stuff that we have to start off so far. So last thing we do, first, I guess I should say first, let's equip our weapons. So you can see right hand 1, right hand 2, left hand 1, and left hand 2. So basically, you can make it so you can have 2 separate weapons that you can just, take in and out as you please. So now we have our weapons equipped. You come over here. This is the storage. So you get extra items. If you have more than you can carry on you, you'll go to your storage, or so you can place items in your storage. So there's that. And come over here. Another little basin. Buy with insight. This bath appears linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. So buy with insight. We don't have any insight yet, so we can't do that. And we have this workshop. You can fortify weapons using bloodstones. We don't have any of those, so we can't. So that's to upgrade your weapons, and you can repair weapons because they do have durability. You can repair them there. Then we have this memory altar. The workshop tool required for this task is missing, so we cannot do that yet. You can view notes. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. So we need to escape the dreadful hunter's dream. We need to halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts. Otherwise, the night will carry on forever. And then we can knock over all these books and make all the dust fly. I don't know why, but it's just something I have always loved to do in this game. It just makes me happy to knock over all of this stuff for whatever reason. So we're going to do that just real quick. Because what else would we do with our time? Alright. We've knocked over all the books. So let's talk to this guy in the wheelchair. He looks like a different wheelchair guy than the guy that did our blood transfusion or blood administration or whatever. So let's talk to this guy.
Aha. You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gairman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, don't think about all this. Just go kill some beasts. You'll get used to it. You're a hunter. Apparently, we've been promoted to being a hunter here. I don't know if we were before we came here, but now we are a hunter. So, I mean, that's cool. Let's talk to him again.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the doll, should it please you.
Okay, should it please you. So, improve our weapons and flesh here. That's a little bit of a hint. You come here to, this is like your base of operations. You come here to upgrade. We can't do any of that yet, though. So, all we have left is to go to the first floor sick room. We could go to Central Yharnam, where we had come from, But if you had died to the wolf or to something else and you hadn't lit that lamp, this is where you would come back to the first floor sick room. And we want to come back here anyway, because now you'd have a weapon to take on that half health wolf. But we killed it. So I want to go up here, Yosefka's clinic, go back to where we had our blood transfusion, and we cannot go through the doors, but there is somebody to talk to, so let's go ahead and talk to her.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Alright, so we get Yosefka's blood vial. We'll read about that in a second.
Go. And good hunting. Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
Alright, so she says she can't let us in because of the sickness. But you can see her right there. Kind of grayish white hair. Can't really see her face. I guess I'm not really kind of doing it right. There you go, there's her face. Can't really tell the color of her eyes, but anyway. It looked like she was wearing white, I believe. So, let's go ahead. We are now free to go do whatever. So that lamp right there. I think there's more notes now too. Yeah, when locked on a target, you a quick step instead of rolling. So like, yeah, you roll there. If you lock on, you'll do a quick step instead. We already got the items over here. We already tried that gate over there. Cannot do anything. But we did not try. There's a gate over here. But first things first. Yo, see, there's a quick step. 3 shots to take that guy out. We can kind of stagger him. Open gate, but it's closed by a device. Kind of see a big boy over there too. Guys, the bane of my existence. We will get to you later, my friend. And hopefully you don't kill me. Let's take that guy. The enemies at the beginning of this game aren't very difficult, other than that big boy. We get a Molotov cocktail. So we've already read about those. We get some blood vials, but we do have Yosefka's blood vial to read about. So let's go ahead. Yosefka's blood vial. Blood vial acquired from Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. This product, the product of a slow and careful refinement process. This rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. So there we go. So let's just climb back our way back up the ladder. The reason we came back to the sick room is I wanted to get that Yosefka's blood vial and talk to Yosefka, and then I wanted to get the Molotovs over there too. So what we will do is go ahead and get our blood vial or our Molotov cocktails equipped. So now you can see they're up there, and he says all the same stuff now still. So like I said, we could have talked to him now, but I just wanted to talk to him the first time. Nothing over here. Get some pebbles. And what's up, bro? Perfect. Take him out. I think we hit him with the first one. That was a transform attack. You can see some guy down there as well. Normally in the speedrun, that's where we would go. But I want to kill people. So I'm not going to run away from people. We want to kill everybody. So we're going to go this way. Yeah, we got this guy laying down. And that guy just standing there. Y'all are dead. Alright, so we got some guys down here. Pull away before we get hit. Try to crowd control them a little bit. There we go. Get some more quicksilver bullets. Get some echoes. As you can see from killing people, we get blood echoes. What's up, guys? You didn't even hear your buddy get eviscerated behind you? That's crazy. Get some blood vials there. Get some quicksilver bullets. So we are actually going to go up this first little set of stairs that we saw. And as you can see, this is where the guy was standing. We had just killed him. Search his body, get 4 more Molotov cocktails. We're now at 10. And you can see another red lantern. I didn't really, or orangish. I didn't really point that out by Gilbert's little house. This is a sign of like NPCs that you can talk to. So let's go ahead and knock on this door.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
Okay, damn.
Are you that outsider? Well, trot.
Alright, he wants nothing to do with us. Trot along, will ya? Okay. Oh, hey, you're coming back. Come on, buddy. That was not nice of you. Alright, so we got another door here.
Lads, you've come on. You'd open the door on a night of the hunt. Away with you. Now.
Okay. You're probably not wrong. Who would open the door on the night of the hunt? You're definitely not wrong. Alright, so we're going to come back down this way. Because this is the gate that we had seen earlier. So we will go ahead and open that up. And now we can kind of freely go back to the big old ladder that we had got earlier. And climb back up and do all that stuff. And now we have this guy, the bane of my existence. I hate this guy. But I want to kill him every single time when I start the game. Let's hit him with a molly to start it off. Yeah, fuck you. There we go. We got him there. And there we go. We took him out right nice. So that's good. We get a tempering blood gemstone. So we can't do anything with that yet. But he does have a chance to drop it. It's really not worth fighting him, but you can get this. But a tempering blood gemstone, physical attack up 1.1%, so you get 1% more attack. So a blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Blood gems are especially rare bloodstones that grow on cold blood. Blood gems are needed into weapons using workshop tools, but only when of matching shape. Most radial blood gems have effects that bear upon physical attacks. So as you can see, we get our physical attack up a little bit. So I probably shouldn't have wasted those Molotovs, but at the same time, I don't care. So. Alrighty. It was just one, I guess. I shouldn't say Molotovs. And we've already gone up here. That's where we got some Molotovs. So now, I believe that is the only door that is down here. I do want to check and make sure there's none back here. I don't think there is. But, because would like to try to show off as much of this game as possible. I know there's plenty of other people who have 100% of this game. You could watch their Let's Plays. But I do think it's fun to do it through my perspective as a ex-speedrunner, and hopefully I can do some things a little skillfully. Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Why are you hanging out back there? Just doing nothing. Get a bloodstone shard. Okay, another new item for us. We had talked about them when we were in the Hunter's Dream, but now we actually have one. So you can go ahead, bloodstone shard, embed in weapon to fortify. So yeah, and invigorates the senses, restoring a larger amount of HP. I guess I really didn't talk about these Molotov cocktail explodes violently when thrown. Round pebbles that can be thrown at targets. I didn't really do the general notes. But anyway, a solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called the bloodstone. At the workshop, you use these bloodstones. These bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. So there we go. That is what we can do with those bloodstones. Oh, I forgot all about you. I almost jumped right into your attack, too. That guy always gets me, because I'm thinking about other things by the time that I get there, and then he's like, yo, fuck you. Got some more bells tolling. Let's take out that guy. As you can see, we got the attention of some of these other guys. Now they're gonna run to us. So yeah, you can see right there how we can get some of our health back after we got hit. That guy was just apparently faster than me, so he hit me. Get some more quicksilver bullets. And down over here, we can't get anything. Cool. We got some guys walking back that way. So I say we go ahead and surprise them when they see all their dead friends as well. What's up, guys? Or we get stuck on a body and we don't do any of that. He says away, away, and this town is finished. Damn. Any items for us? No, nothing? Fuck you guys then. Alright, this is the lousy offcomer guy, right? Yeah. Damn. Rude. So I want to make sure none of these people escaped me and have made it back down the way. But they didn't. So we are fully taking out this entire area because that's what I like to do. Alright, friends. I would like to bring some of you with me as to not get shot by the sniper. FaZe Clan sniper over here. Apparently they're not interested. Let's not do that, damn. The fire guys can really hit you quick with that torch. Hey, pitchfork guy, come on. There we go, take him out real quick. The guns are rather easy to avoid if you just kind of like walk sideways. There we go, take care of that guy. Alright, now we can run up. Get that guy. Is the dog not trying to come get us? Cool. So I like to shoot the dogs because it knocks them off and then they have a harder time hitting you. Got that guy. And we got the gun guy right there. Oh hey, what's up? I thought there was just the shield guy left, but you're here too. Let's get you with a charge attack, and then a transform attack. Perfect. So the gun guys usually have quicksilver bullets, which makes sense. And you can see it's blue now, so we are over our limit. So now all three of those, you can see has the little inventory icon next to it. So our quicksilver bullets are going back to our inventory. Get some more blood vials. Got a guy over there just chilling. He doesn't want any though. Does not want any. This game is so awesome. It's awesome to be playing it again. Get cold blood dew. Perfect. And that is basically Central Yharnam. I believe we got all of the items. I want to make sure there was a guy we killed over here. I want to make sure that I didn't miss out on his items if he did drop anything. There's a stairs over there. I don't guess I couldn't. I thought it was. Oh, that guy was moving. Dead motherfucker. Yeah, sometimes they'll move around and scare you like that. You can see there's an item up over here. We can't get that yet, but there was a guy. I thought maybe this guy might have had something on him, but he did not. So perfect. Oh, the stairs were right there. My dumbass. Alrighty, well, let's go over to these stairs and head to the next section of good old Yharnam. So there's lots of interconnectability where you can go forward here, but we want to take this little loop around here, get another bloodstone shard, and then come over here to this guy, get another item, another blood vial. I think it was 2 actually, so we're up to 16, so that's nice. We got another set of people over here, so let's go ahead and knock on their door too. What's up, guys?
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
All right, that's rude.
I don't reckon where.
I like the just like, oh, okay, that's kind of rude. But all right, so as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff over here. You could go down that way. We are not going to do that yet. We are going to continue our way over here. And first thing we want to grab over here is there are some birds. But that's not really what we're here for. As you can see, we broke those the destructible environment stuff. And we get here, we get oil urns, because we are actually probably going to use those just for funsies. in a little bit here. You can hear some music up there. Can't do that anything about that yet, but in due time. In due time. So now here we got homie that was banging on the door. What's up, dude? There we go. We can parry him. So there is our first. Actually, I think we might have did it to the other big guy. So maybe that's our second visual like learning there of how you can parry people. You get Molotov cocktails. Now we are way up on cocktails, and we get a torch. So as you can see, you can, like I said, you can get two items. Left-hand weapon 2. We have a torch. Common torch formed by wrapping a pine resin drenched cloth around the end of a long stick. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed by a deathly fear of flame. So, there we go. So now that we have it equipped. Oh wait, we didn't equip it. I just pulled up the thing. So let's go equip it. Now that we have it, we can have a torch, and it can help us see in some dark areas. And it just sounds cool. I just love the sound of fire. So, there we go. So we'll come up here, and before we go up the second set of stairs to the left there, if you go over here, you can see the item that we couldn't get earlier, Cold Blood Dew. I believe that is our first Cold Blood Dew, or first Cold Blood that we've gotten. Yep. Oh no, we got one earlier. Or did we just get 2? I don't know. Maybe we did get one earlier. Anyway, a droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. So yeah, you can get these, and the higher the number, see we have Cold Blood 1s, the higher the number, the more cold blood you get out of it. And we got these oil urns. When this urn hits its mark, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of the purification. So, there we go. Don't think we got anything else that was new. No. Cool. So now we got ourselves a place that is rather interesting. Can't go over here. We can still hear that music again, though. You can see there's a light back there. If you come here, get this nice doggo. There we go. So with the rally system, you can also do it while they are... There you go, hit all of them with the cocktail. Holy shit, what a throw. While they are down, you can still hit them, or dead, I should say, to get some more health back, is what I was trying to say there. That was a nice throw. Get some more Quicksilver bullets. Come over here, and get 6 blood vials. 3 of them have gone into our storage now, so that is good. And I do believe you automatically, if you were to die or fast travel, I think, you take back from your storage of blood vials. If I'm correct. I do believe so, though. But anyways, this next area is our most precarious area. Because you've got these guys. And they are rather difficult. They are the same versions of what we fought earlier, but they are now fully healed. This guy is fully healed, so he will take a lot more damage. There we go. But you can use some Molotovs. We missed. Alright, keep some distance from that attack. And then go like that. There we go. We use the Molotovs a little bit to help us, but get some more blood vials. Perfect. I think this guy will give us some blood vials too, so let's go ahead and get that. Perfect. So, again, There are so many interconnected places and such that we can go to around here. We want to come back here first, though, and get this item. Get another bloodstone shard. So, again, you can go straight forward there. You can go left over here and come down around this way. And you can see this connects to Central Yharnam again, back where we were. Search this body, get some pebbles. So back where we killed everybody and destroyed the entire village. So then we can come back here and get another item. And I'm not quite sure what this one is. Okay, another bloodstone shard. Perfect. Get all of that. You can also roll through those boxes and such. Then we can come here. Break more boxes. Get another bloodstone shard. And as you can see, you can drop down there. That leads us to a whole another area. You can either go over this way with the ladder. But that is not where we're going to go yet. Got the bell tolling for us. But yeah, so now we're going to head and continue on our way on this little bridge area. And over here, I always forget about this guy. There's a dude who wants to jump out at us. But he doesn't jump out at us, really. He just kind of chills and sits there and waits for us. So that's kind of interesting. Again, you can come down this way. That is, we didn't really note that. I kind of do want to go back and, like, pay attention to that guy. Really quick before we come back around. So let's actually go ahead and do that. I didn't really pay any attention. So basically, the night of the hunt we keep hearing about. Oh, we lost some health there. Damn. Is they are hunting these beasts. It's one of those beasts. It looks even bigger than the ones we fought. They got it all hung up by like a cross or like a, I guess you could kind of say that looks kind of like more like the Undertaker symbol from WWE, the little T with the X's with the X underneath it. But yeah, they're burning them. Blood is used as a staple in the beast hunts, as we've heard a couple times now through notes. You also break all these. Doesn't do anything, but I like to break them for fun. So, yeah. That is good. Oh, this thing looks like it was still alive. Just fucking shaking. Scary. Yeah, the ragdoll physics in this game are awesome. With everything jumping around. So again, we could go back over this way. I'll kind of show you where that leads to eventually. Yeah. And then we have the whole kind of area over here that we already came up to. You hear the music back there, but yeah, this is all interconnected areas that we can go to. But this guy's fucking floating around too. The wind must have blown him. But we can see we got some enemies up over that way. Come over here and you can drop down here and get some stuff too. I think that we will take care of that in the next part, though. I think this is a good place to let off. We got a couple different places we can go, a couple different big things we can do. I think letting off right before those kind of big things is optimal. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm really enjoying playing this game for fun instead of having to speedrun it, or not having to, but instead of speedrunning it. It makes it kind of more enjoyable for me right now to, as a retired speedrunner, to be kind of playing this. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. In the next part, we will continue on through Yharnam. This is technically east, the way we want to go towards the Cathedral Ward. I believe there's maybe somebody you can talk to that says go across the bridge, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think this is just, we're just kind of going this way. But there's context clues that you can find to go this way, or you could just skip this too. But it's a completely optional thing that we're going to do in the next episode. But anyway, I'm just foreshadowing and gushing about the game that I like. So anyway, we'll kind of continue on our way and see if we can get to, like I said, our whole goal is to find Pale Blood and get to the Healing Church and the Cathedral Ward. So that's what we're trying to do, but we'll see if we can make any progress towards that in the next part. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.